Good morning, leaders. Good morning. Hi. I'm sorry for the delay. It's always these little things that always wants to keep us down, but we keep on moving. We keep on showing up. Okay. Speaking to you this morning is Angela. My middle name is Kandirikirira. I'm a mother of three beautiful boys. I'm residing in the United Kingdom. However, my home office for my business is in the Southern Africa. So I do my business mainly in Namibia. And I'm a supervisor in the marketing plan of Forever. Today, I just want to talk about SMART. I'm sure we all know SMART. So I want to talk about SMART goals. SMART standing for, SMART, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant or realistic time-bound goals. So that's what we're going to talk about. As soon as we can go to the next slide. Today the computer is just something else. Okay, so like I said, SMART stands for, S stands for specific, M measurable, A achievable, R relevant or realistic, and T time bound. So this is our goals that we need to make sure they're within this. Okay, what does specific means? So we need to make sure our goals are clear, they are product focused. For example, you said this month I want to be 4cc active. How am I going to do that? I'm going to sell 20 aloe vera gel this month, and I'm going to recruit 3 FBOs. So you need to be specific. That way, you're gonna make sure you concentrate on your goal, and that way you will achieve it. Know exactly what you want to achieve, when and how. So that's specific. Don't just say, oh, this month I'm going to level up. When are you going to level up? How are you going to do that? So when we talk about specific, we need to know about when and how we're going to do it. So we put our, we are always taught on how to put our, make sure that we plan for the month, for the week, for the day. So you put it down in your diary to say specifically, when am I going to do that and how am I going to do that? And we stick to it. We don't just put it down and not do it. So that's when we talk about specific goals. Measurable. M stands for measurable. So we need to track our performance. We need to, how we're tracking this performance. I'm hoping by now, all of us are having the FLP 360, as we are taught, that is now free. When we were paying for it, I'm sure not everybody was having it, but Forever is so generous. It's now free, so we can, all of us can download our FLP 360, and that way we can track our CCs. We can track our performances. We can also track our downlines performances. You can always see who did what, who bought what, who did how many CCs, and who needs, that way you can encourage your team as well. So we need to do our follow-ups and we need to do our presentations. We are here trying to learn how to do presentations and just be comfortable with talking. And this is why we do these 5 a.m. sessions, so that we can just build our confidence. Yesterday, I had a little procedure on Sunday and I was not feeling well, but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to cancel. Coach Heather asked me yesterday to say, are you feeling better? Are you going to do it? I'm like, yes, let me just do it. Because once you start putting off, and then you're just not going to show up, it makes it easier for you to continue putting it off. So we are showing up for our business. So generate 4 CCs. You say, okay, I'm going to do, how are you going to do those 4 CCs? You're going to sell a skincare package, or you're going to concentrate on C9. We were taught yesterday, concentrate on a specific product. So that way you're going to make your goals measurable. And achievable. Don't just, put the goals out there just because you want to put it out there. Make sure you are able to achieve it. How are you going to achieve it? Talk to 5 people every day, or talk to 2 customers every day. Promote your this whatever products you want to promote or you want to concentrate on. Like we were told yesterday, don't just plaster your WhatsApp status with all the products as it comes in forever. Concentrate on a specific products or product. That way it's consistent and it's achievable. So don't, let's make sure that we do we make it achievable. We don't just put it out there to say just because I'm putting my goals down. So you have to make sure they are achievable. So talk to 5 people, and when you say you are going to talk to 5 people, talk to those 5 people every day, even if you are not feeling like it. Some days we feel like, oh, I can't be bothered, but we need to continue talking to these 5 people as we put our goals. So that way we will achieve it. Okay. And then the R stands for relevant or realistic. Make sure these goals are realistic. And when we're talking about here, we are talking about relevant. How is it relevant? How is it relevant? You need to connect your goals to your why. We always talk about the why. When we're talking the why, even when we're putting it down, we're putting in capital letters so it can just remind us, why are we in this business? Like, for example, you want financial freedom, you want to achieve all those incentives, or even for health. So make sure you connect your goals to your why and stay focused on your mission. Why are you here? So that way your goals are relevant to whatever you want to achieve. Okay. And your goal should be time bound. You need to put a time, like, okay, next month is June. I want to level up. I'm an assistant supervisor. I want to be a supervisor. When do I want to be a supervisor? And how am I going to do it? Use your time to your advantage. If you put it down and say, by the 15th, I need to be 2cc active. My personal CC, I need to be by the 15th, so that for the rest of the month, I can concentrate on bringing another, sponsoring 4 FBOs. So you need to put it down. It need to be time bound. Like I said, if you are an assistant supervisor, you want to reach a supervisor by which date? When do you want to level up? Put the time, put the date down. How are you going to do this? So like maybe I want to recruit 1 FBO per week. By the 15th, I need to be 2 CCs, my personal, and every week when you are sponsoring 1 FBO, that's 4 FBOs, that's 8 CCs, and then your 2 CC that you already finished by the 15th, that's you, level up, celebrate it. So we need to make sure we put our time down. We need to have our action plan. This we cannot emphasize enough. Every day, daily, we need to follow up. We need to use our own products. Weekly, we need to do presentations or attend presentations. Like I said, we want to, just build up our confidence and our knowledge. So we need to be present when there's trainings, when there's events, we need to be there. Monthly, let's target to recruit at least 2 FBOs per month. I know it's not easy, but let's try. Like we said, we're having prospects that are promising us, and by the time you revisit them, they just ghost you. But let's not be discouraged, because who said forever is going to be easy? No. Anything that is going to be successful, it doesn't come easy. So let's not be discouraged. So let's track our steps daily and making sure that we are reaching our goals. Like I said, let's stay motivated. How do we get motivated? We use our forever reward system. Even if you just feel down, just go visit the compensation plan, making sure that, oh, you've got your eye at the bigger ball to say, I know I will reach there, and when I reach there, what is it for me? What am I going to achieve? So that way you will be motivated. When the people are recognized in the in the groups, join in, celebrate others. That way you will be also motivated because you see, oh, if the others can do it, why can't I do it? Let's celebrate our small wins. If you do 0.2 cc, celebrate yourself. If you talk to somebody, you tick your goal, your daily goal, celebrate yourself. If you sell a tooth gel, celebrate. Don't wait to to celebrate yourself when you are selling a C9, because every little thing that you do, you celebrate. It keeps you motivated. And find yourself an accountability partner. This is very important because when you are answerable to somebody, that way you will be able to say, oh, I have to do it because I have to report. It's kind of reporting to somebody, isn't it? Make sure you are having yourself an accountability partner. Maybe we need to start using this system because working in isolation, I don't think is really working for us because you're like, if you don't do anything that day, it's like you are not bothered because you are not accountable to anyone. So let's get ourselves accountability partners. It can be your sponsor, it can be your mentor, it can be just somebody you're comfortable with. And that way we tell, we give our report to say, no, today I spoke to 5 people like I was supposed to, according to my plan. I sold so much, or I spoke to customer, even though they didn't buy, at least you made the move of talking to customers. Okay. So SMART goals turn into the results. When we are using these SMART goals, when we put specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, it will our dreams will turn into results. So with our forever tools, whatever we are provided with, when we're using it, with our actions, and it will turn into success. So, I always say forever has a system that is working. As long as we are implementing it with our actions, you can't be having the tools, but you're not doing anything, and then you want the success. So we need to make sure these three things go hand in hand. Start with one SMART goal a day. It's better to start small rather than not starting at all. So every day, make sure you are putting something, even if it's something small, it's better than nothing. And then, like I said, I didn't have enough, a lot of slides. So this is our final message. Um, Remember, every great business, every strong leader, every successful forever journey was built with consistency. Whatever I do, whatever I talk about, I always come back to consistency. Because for you to implement that SMART goal, you need to be consistent. So be consistent with your efforts, be consistent with your values, be consistent with your belief in forever. That is very important. You need to believe in your business because you are a forever business owner. You are not doing this business for anybody, although you are doing it with everybody. You are doing it for yourself. So believe in your business. That way, you will be successful. And once you believe, you will be consistent and implement the SMART goals. So let's implement the SMART goals, my leaders. Let's see. So I have a little bit of a call of action here. Decide one action you will want to do every day, starting today. share it with your accountability partner or your sponsor or whoever, and keep going, even in the days that you don't feel like. Even if it's raining, even if you are unwell, even if you just have to repeat a message that you sent already, just do something. I'm sure it will pay off for you. So, like I said, I didn't have a lot. I just thought, even if I'm not, even if I'm not well, I need to show up for because I made a commitment, so I needed to show up. Thank you, my leaders. That's all from me. Let's implement SMART goals. Over to you, my leader Heather.
Thank you so much, Leader Angela, and thank you so much for showing up. I know you were not feeling well, and I was already like, you know what, let me look for people that are going to be a backup because she might not be okay enough. And then I got in touch and she's like, no, yes, I'm still recovering, but I'm still going to, show up. So I love that you ended with letting us know that we have to keep showing up because you are actually a true testament of that. I have allowed participants to unmute. So if you would like to say something, you are welcome to unmute yourself and speak. You are also welcome to just type your comments in the chat if you're not comfortable with speaking. Then our leader can just be reading them. I see a lot of fires there in the chat.